Hey everybody, Andy here, aka Montolio. We're back for a Vintage League, and we're playing some Blue-Black Lurrus Control today featuring Flow States. And this was a deck that was put together by MTGO user Frowning Table, preceding the last showcase, and I ended up taking this deck into a 7-2 record in that tournament. And there are players like MTGO user IB True who were really championing the Flow States in Blue-Black Lurrus Control a number of months ago. This is preceding the Fantastic card being printed, and they were really putting up good results with the deck. I have typically audibled towards not playing Flow States in Blue-Black Lurrus Control because you're not really wanting to tap out at sorcery speed in this deck. It's a very low resource deck. You want to be using your pitch counters and your cheap counter spells to be able to keep your Piddlywinks going and win the game that way. And of course, Flow State is not easy to turn on sometimes, despite this deck is quite proficient at it. So that's been my outlook on it. And, I have had a change of mind somewhat because the deck is pretty good, despite I've only played it a couple times. And does it compete in a world of the Fantastic car right now? Probably not. But we're going to take it in for a spin today, guys, and we'll see how we do. So I do appreciate you hanging out. Please do like, comment, subscribe, and we're going to see you in round one. Wow, 3-minute lag there. My computer completely froze up on me, which is not good because I'm very likely in a Demir Lurrus mirror. And time does matter typically in these matchups. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. Not crazy about exposing my land here, my blue source, but it is what it is. This will get a sorcery in our yard, hopefully. They're gonna wasteland me here. I think I'm gonna take the negation. That's the weakest part of my hand here, is my mana base, but if they go after my land here, I'll just play Saga out. And we'll just move towards getting a Mox, and we will try and turn our Flow State on. Flow State is pretty good in mirrors. Have Ancestral? Come on. Sure. That's fantastic for me because I didn't have the mana anyways. I could wasteland them here, but I don't think it's necessary. Maybe it is. Maybe I just do it. Obviously, if I get wastelanded back here, it's really bad for me. But okay. Oh, I thought they were passing there. Okay, that's good that they don't have a wasteland here. It has to be a blue source. I could just get a Lotus here. I think I like that. Just put an instant in the yard, and if it resolves, I'm likely to find a land, and I'll be able to flow state with force backup. Yeah. Still have a land here to give. This is turned on. I mean, Pearl's not great. But I guess it's better than nothing. Still have a chance to do another flow state here if I find a land. I did find a land. Guess I'll look at Twister. I know they have the swords here. Guess I'll just get a black source. And we'll go to their upkeep. I guess I probably should have played the frog there. Because I have the time twister. But I don't really want to replenish my opponent's hand either. So maybe it's just force fodder at this stage. We've got a lot of resources here. Pulling Lurrus. Sure. So can I kill them? 7 puts them to 10. This would be... Right, I'm hitting them for 7. So they would take 7, going to 10. This becomes an 8-8. And this puts them to 1. Put them to 1. This will take their black source. And I will cast a frog this time. They would probably much prefer to do the frog here with the swords, unless they have a second one. They're going to cast Lurrus? They're not. Does not look like they have their own Bowmaster here. I'm going to cast another frog here. Yep. They can hard cast negation here. I think that's okay. That's what this feels like. Sure. So they're down to 2 cards here. I'd like them to be tapped out before I actually do the twister. Like if they find a land here and cast Lurrus, it just opens the way for me. They have another swords. I think I'll counter that. They sure have had their swords this game, haven't they? Okay. So we will not be time twisting here almost assuredly. Ooh, Lotus. I don't like that. The problem I have here is I can't play around Spell Pierce. Okay, we did get there, but barely. I would have thought I did better than that with the flow states, but I mean, we'll bring in the dismembers. I might want a spell bomb. I don't want to consign. I think Vexing Bauble is pretty mediocre. I think I like this. I acknowledge Thoughtseize is not as good on the draw, but we're not necessarily lined up here for mirrors with this deck. Okay. Don't know that I can keep this. I've got bad mana. This is just not viable. This one's really bad, guys. I think I have to gamble. I just don't feel like you can win on 5, and I'm already behind as it is. We'll take a peek, see if we can draw a land here. We didn't. Let's see if we can find one. Okay, they did not counter me here, my mocks, so that is good for me. They don't have mana either. Okay, here we go. We're both on a mana. They found a mana right off the top. Going for frog. I will fight it. They have... I can swords that dismember this and save my force. 3/5, yeah. I think I'll let it go because I can kill it. Ooh, nice draw. Have to be a bit proactive here. So they've got 2 pieces of removal in hand and a Snapcaster Mage. Just pull Lurrus here, I'm presuming. They just drew the land. So full information. Interesting, they're using the archives over the Undercity. Well, I guess they're Esper. Even in Esper, I've typically liked the Undercity more than the Meticulous, but I guess if they have a heavier white count. Not thrilled to see that come down, but cannot get my swamp, unfortunately. Now I will get my Undercity. Oh, I don't have one in this deck. Oops. I'm going to start casting. And I will probably play a Spell Pierce here. They have the Fatal Push, I know. I will let that go, of course. They're going for Lurrus here. Makes sense. They could have a Force of Will by now, but we still have to try and fight. Oh, smart. If we lose this fight, and then we have a Fatal Push that we can perhaps turn on next turn to try and kill the Lurrus. They also have Snapcaster here. They could snap and go for a Swords, which I can't stop because I need the Force for the Lurrus. I know 2 of their 3 cards in hand. They are going for the snap line. Okay. Yeah. A little bit sad, but now they wasteland me. Flow state is on. This could be a hard cast negation. It is. Oh, it's a Pierce. Wow. Okay. And we know their last card is Lurrus. My life total is being taxed here somewhat, but I have a Lurrus coming down eventually here. This next turn or so is going to dictate who wins this game. Okay. I will play this out now. In case they want to dispel Pierce and attrition me, that's a good time to do it now. Wasteland. So this could be a hard cast force. We're just not playing around the one card in their hand. Let's see what they got. If they have the force, then so be it. Or piece of removal. They know Lurrus is coming. And Lurrus is in. Here we go. Okay, they didn't have anything. Awesome. Next turn I get to cast a frog. Okay, nice win for us there. Okay, here we are, round two. Let's see what our deck can do. We did not win the die roll this time. If you got to untap, it's pretty good. Sort of. I mean, this hand is just fine. We can mulligan looking for a counterspell against a deck we don't know we're playing against, but... Okay, this looks like Bug. That's the only deck that plays Verdant Catacombs. It's not. Time Walk, okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, I'm not thrilled to see a Psychic Frog come down. It's pretty bad for me actively. I've never seen this player before. So I don't know how much afraid they should be of Bowmaster. Just trying to get an instant into the yard here, guys. storm? Yeah, okay. Ah, okay. Now the picture's becoming clear. Huh. Probably should have done this a little differently, but that's okay. I gotta force a will, eh? I can't do anything about it. All right. Well, we are losing, and I'm not thrilled about twisting. Hmm. No, I guess let's pull Lurrus. Kind of need some help here. That does help. I was going to say I probably should have wastelanded beforehand. Oh, interesting. They can pay it with the Affeto. That's funny. They're still outdrawing me here in a big way. I may have to burn the. I was going to say. I can daze here, but they can pay it with the Affeto. It's kind of a neat little trick. They're going to go get a Nadu here, I'm presuming. Oh, time volt. Probably want a needle for the Affeto. Don't feel like this is a vexing bobble matchup. Probably want some number of these. Days is pretty mediocre. Let's try this out. I'm not bringing in null rods. Consign, is that even a thing here? Maybe. Okay. We can cycle the lure revealed at will, and we have counter magic up to be able to get an instant into the yard. I won't be frivolous with my counters in order to turn on flow state, but I'll take my opportunity here. Maybe a little bit aggressive. If they're forcing, what? Okay, you got it. Oh boy, that was aggressive. Bowmasters. That's less of a problem than frog. Okay. Mhm. I feel like we should be slightly ahead here. We like those. Oh, interesting. They obviously have another bowmaster. No, just getting their damage in. That always feels good when that works. I like it. Probably could have discarded the needle there. Yep. I wanted to kill my Bowmaster. Interesting. Sure. Take your Effetto. Let's get our damage in here. Let's put that out. I already wastelanded. Or Strip Mine. Maybe I do just want a Null Rod in here. Maybe it's just worth having it. Okay. I like this hand. I don't think my opponent has a lot of experience, is my guess. Them forcing that Gitaxian probe was crazy. They're forcing it through. I don't want to be too aggressive here. I think I will be aggressive against that, though. And this next turn will turn on my flow state. Stifle. Sure. Guess they can stop my Saga. Is that how that works? I got another nodule. I'm not crazy about that. I am pretty crazy, however, about that. So they got a Bowmaster now. Might try to make Saga tokens. They can stifle this. I think that's fine. It just tells me that I'm not making Saga tokens now. Hopefully they don't draw a Nadu here, but take my sauce here, my 2. Okay. They are hellbent. If I just get a Black Lotus, I feel like it. Then we just Time Walk. Okay, pretty good. We've got very nice control of this game now. I don't even know what I'd want to get from my Demonic Tutor, to be perfectly honest with you. What I want. I guess I could go get another Flow State if I wanted to cycle a card. Oh, I don't know. I think I just get a Flow State. Sure, get a Flow State. Still got some damage to deal here this game. But we definitely have superiority on the ground here. Well, let's see what we can find with our flow state, guys. I'm gonna kind of almost have to discard here, don't I? I guess we'll just get our damage in here. Misstep. Sure. They're going to block my Bowmaster with Glee, but I'm going to bring it back next turn. Oh, they didn't. Look at the discipline. Yes. Okay, here we go. And this one's over. Bowmaster for the win. We did not find Bowmaster. They need to block now, I would think. Here we go. No, that felt pretty good. They've got something here, or are they just fetching for the sake of fetching? Fatal push. How dare you? I like their fighting style. All right, there we go, guys. Okay, guys, here we are in round 3. Unknown opponent here. Yeah, this hand is fine, as long as we're not playing against Bizarre. Probably I'm going to pull Lurrus to my hand. I hope they've mulliganed, like, I don't know. Like, maybe I don't have to do that. I can do that next turn. Yeah, I think I'm going to wait. Here we go. So this is very likely Doomsday. Obviously, wish I had pulled Lurrus now. See if we find a blue card for Force. Well, Flow State's a good one. Now, obviously, I need to find a sorcery to put in my yard, but this pitches, though, if I need it, to the Force of Will. The fact they did it this way makes me want to Spell Pierce them. It's maybe a little bit aggressive, but I still have the Force of Will here, and it is good value. If they missed on land here, this is really good value for me. And it looks like they may have. Yeah, so I like that Pierce there. Ooh, I like this too. I really like the Thoughtseize so far in this league. Force of Will. Okay. Hopefully I do not have to force back here. I probably won't, as a matter of fact. I really want this flow state. Okay. Okay. Oh, they didn't find another land. Interesting. Blue card, please. Love it. We like this too. Ah, geez, Bowmaster's so good here. Okay, Bowmaster is in. I've got a hardcast Force now. I might just pitch the probe. I don't know. Maybe not. There's now a significant tax for any cantrips or street race that are used. It's just Thoughtseize. This looks like a Thoughtseize. Or it could be a Dark Ritual, actually. And against Doomsday. The reason I changed Snuff out for Fatal Push is, one, it's free, can kill an Oracle, but more importantly, if they're running something like Murktide Regent, it can kill it where a Fatal Push cannot. Yep, this hand is reasonable. The mental misstep is really important here. Play your land out first so we don't get dazed. I think I will crack now. Let's take a peek. Okay. A little bit risky, but because they have the Dark Ritual here, get the card on top. That's scary. Let's see what they do here. No, 3 other 4 cards. I'm baiting with the Lurrus here. I just let it in. Okay. The Consign is good against Doomsday specifically, or like the Oracle trigger. My goal is to not let them get there. And the Frog is more proactive. It deals damage and draws me into other cards. I cannot cast Force of Will right at the moment. Next turn, they will have it up, though, with Dark Ritual. And I'm going to start drawing cards with Frog and Recurring Baubles. Okay, my opponent has passed. No, 2 of their 3. Ooh, that's a good one. I guess let's draw. I will cast this. And I will pass turn. And I will attempt to kill my opponent next turn. I'll just draw it in a turn here. Off the bobble. See what they got. You know what? I don't even think I need to kill them here. It just really sucks if they have something like a removal spell, so I'm just going to hit them here. I guess I could put them to 1. Ah, they did have the Fatal Push. Okay. I mean, and a hard cast, Force of Will. I can live with that. Well, I don't even know that I need to do anything. I guess I'll cast the Psychic Frog. You know what? All right. I don't know if that's right or not, because there's no difference between 1 and 0 life. They can't win from 1. That fetch is dead, other than this turn. Yeah. All right. Okay, guys, here we are in round 4. Black Dex is traditionally a dredge player. We are not overly prepared for dredge today, unfortunately. Now, this hand is doable. I wish this was a Force of Will. Okay. So we have a decision right away. If it's dredge, I probably do want to play the Urza Saga first. Yeah. We probably lose if this is not dredge, and we probably lose if it is dredge. So it is bizarre. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to beat a double hollow one here. Funny enough, It was exactly Spell Pierce that I was thinking about when I played this Urza Saga. And now if they have a Noxious Revival, I'm screwed. Yep. All right. Double Hollow one was a lot to deal with there. I mean, Fatal Pushes are pretty bad. I don't know that I want Snuff Out. But Snuff Out could possibly buy me time. All right, let's try this out, guys. As I say, we're a little bit light on Dredge hate because Dredge has just been getting annihilated by Raker recently, and Black Dex is definitely a dedicated Dredge player in this metagame, but they have picked well here. Okay, so this is definitely a keep. We have to hope they don't have Wasteland. Vexing Bauble resolves. I think we're going to win. It does not resolve. Okay. See if they have a vigor here. Okay. The Spell Pierce was just an excellent draw for me here. Okay. Yeah, I like the way we're set up. Yeah, excellent. Wish we had a blue card for force, but okay, so they did keep on 5. Hollow one could be a problem for me. That's what we're trying to fade here. I do have one. So I'm going to lose a little bit of value here with my relic. They have the Icarid. Frog was a really good draw. I think that's fine. No, we have to be really careful. Okay. Guess I'm going to end up taking one more hit here. But I think that's okay. Now, my question is I feel like I guess I can consign this Icarid trigger. Do I do that though? I lose out on card draw, but that's okay at this point. Yeah, this is pretty bad. I do have to do it, and they get an opportunity to. Ooh, I don't like that. And they're going to get amalgam and a yeah. Oh boy, that just kind of fell apart on me. The double bizarre was really good. Yep. That was actually a really good draw. Now I'm going to have to throw up some blocks, unfortunately. All their chills are gone. One Icarus, two Icarus, three Icarus, four Icarus. There's no Icarus left. There's one Narcomoeba. I can discard these two cards to kill the, and I can draw. I don't even think I need to worry about their graveyard. All they have is an Icarus left, or a Narcomoeba. So the truth is I am going to have to block their prized amalgam. Yeah, I don't think they can do anything to me here. I think I unfortunately just have to let them have their graveyard the remainder of the game here. Because if I cast the Nihil Spellbomb, that means I can't sacrifice my Bauble to draw a card and discard my three cards. Yeah, I just passed turn, right? Unless I've misinterpreted something here, I don't think they have anything left they can do. Like they can get the amalgam back. Maybe I leave the amalgam in play. They will get the amalgam back. But they only have one more Narcomoeba left. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, they have none left. Ha! Okay, really close one there, but we were able to just in the end deduce that they had no other outs left in their deck and pull off a close one. Okay, guys, here we are in round 5. We're playing for trophy, and unfortunately, we've run into an oath. The oath would be one of our worst matchups. Oh no, we have a Lurrus. Okay, I'll keep this. Got a force of will. We got a flow state set up. The ability to find another land if need be. Okay. We would love to find a black source here. I did not. Okay. We're having a flow state mirror here, a Lurrus flow state mirror. Sure. I don't know if they're playing Wastelands or not. I just don't see a world where I can play around them. What's happening here? Is this just lag? It is lag. Oh. Okay, hopefully they miss here on land. Okay, they did get a Lorne revealed. Not thrilled to pitch any of those, to be honest with you. Now they've got their own negation here. But I think I'm okay with them if they're wanting to negate here. I think I'm okay. They only have 3 cards in hand. Here we go.
They did find a land for the gifts. Sure. I just cannot believe this lag I'm experiencing. This will get fought over, but that's okay. Maybe not. Like maybe they're gonna wait for their gifts and try and protect it. But it's hard not to counter an ancestral. No, they can do their gifts. I can sacrifice this in a pinch to try and stop them from gifting. It's really hard for them to combo through the bobble though. That is for sure. And if they try and cast this Lurrus, it requires them to go get a non-basic, which turns on Time Walk. Yeah. Double Fatal Push was obviously horrific here. One of them is fine. Now, funny enough, they had a Flusterstorm here. There you go. Brutal. I wonder if I just sack my bauble and try and find a blue card. Oh, brutal. They're going to have Drain up. I am going to do that. Because it allows me to cast the bauble if I get the Lurrus into play. I might have to force it through. Oh, are you joking, bro? That was really bad luck finding those two fatal pushes, I gotta tell you. Yep, here comes the gifts. They've used Time Walk already, right? No, that they have. Yeah, Jesus, that's a lot of card draw. Not happy about it, but that's the world we're living in, guys. And I basically am going to have to sack my bobble with all likelihood here. Okay, good hit. I mean, it's a matter of pick your poison, right? They're drawing tons of cards here, but I can't give them a saga. Yeah. There's a good chance this doesn't find its way back into play this turn, but mhm. It's really bad, guys. Ooh, Squelcher. Here I am cussing out all these fatal pushes, and they may end up saving me. Okay. Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, no, I think I want to do it this way and not play a land. Like they don't have a fluster storm. They just obviously don't, or they would have flustered my last play. Okay. Okay, good win there. I think null rods are pretty good. Therefore, I think cages are probably the best way. Probably can cut swamp. I don't think I'm trying to twist kill my opponent. Consign is definitely not the best, but Consign does stop fluster triggers, so something to think about. I hate the fatal pushes, but I think they might be a necessary evil. Try something like this. Okay. Hand isn't great, but it's not bad either. Okay. This might be the worst lag I've had in years. Crater Maker. Wonder why they didn't cast stock up. Okay, take their stock up. Maybe should have fetched there to try and fuel my delve. Lurrus, Demonic Tutor. I'm going to do this because I don't want them to get a Saga. Goodness. This is agonizing, guys. I don't like that as much. When they got a Crater Maker, Lurrus and play a Crater Maker. Yikes. Yep. I just had to hope they didn't go off. I thought about playing the Vexing Bauble, and this would have saved me had I played it, but I mean, we're not necessarily dead, but because I know they have a Crater Maker only in hand, but it's going to be a tough go for me. Like, they're probably going to time walk here, put Lurrus in play, and then replay their stuff from the yard, so it's not a good situation for me. So I'm definitely putting Ancestral away. And I'll give them Flow State stock up. The most mana intensive. I have been punished in the most severe ways. I guess I have to get Lurrus in here and just pray they can't kill me. If they got the Force, they have the Force. Not much I can. Well, I know they don't have a Force, but I'm going to sneak it in while I can. Crater Maker does kill it, but there's not much I can do about it. Yep. I'm telling you, man, these fatal pushes have been the death of me. They did end up being good last game. I will say that they probably won me that game. However, this game, I just, you don't want them in your hand this way, and to rip two in a row is like pretty harsh. Okay, that is something at least. All right. Vexing Bauble is one of the ways that I can squeeze something out. But just even value Crater Maker is pretty hard on me. Yep. They can go find chain if they don't have it already. Yep. I guess the fatal push is where they come into play is when they start trying to do Lurrus loops. Yep. Sure. Okay. Love a Grafdigger's Cage here. Fetch land, wasteland. Null Rod. Not that. We need to turn our pushes on for Lurrus. Lurrus can come in right now. Yep. Okay. Yep. We want a sack outlet. Like I do think that they're going to use the Crater Maker here to try and get rid of my bauble. Ooh. But they can just keep doing it, right? So the idea here is that I'm going to try and, when they make the Crater Maker move here, and they should do it at end of turn, that I'm going to attempt to do this and with Spell Pierce backup. They are tapped out. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. Vexing Bobble looking strong here. Those three cards, not so much. I don't know if I saved those for as a saga or what. I hate to do it, but I do actually think it's correct. Yep. Okay, we need some good draws here, guys. Ancestral was pretty awesome. Would love a flow state. Bowmaster. Frog is, or that's good too. Okay, that's my last vegetable, I guess. See if they gifts here. I'm surprised they would do that. I'm trying to make it so, I mean, they've got a ton of mana here. I better watch my time here. That was a good draw. Guess I'm just going to try and be patient here. I mean, make my opponent do something. Here they go. And they want to drain. They have Flusterstorm. And I Fluster. And they Fluster. You got it. It's not clear to me how they win. Yep. Yep. They have 17 cards. Okay. Nice trophy for us there, guys. Guess my opponent had 10 cards left in their deck, and we're out of gas. I wonder if we got all of the red mana. Be curious to know once my lag has abated. Yeah, I think they only have 3 volcanics. Now, of course, they still have Lotus and Ruby, but they are currently shut off. Yeah. All right, I like how we played that. Okay, guys. So just to wrap it up, we did not run into Raker, which of course would have been very interesting to see how we would have done against that deck. But I feel like we saw a pretty good spread of the metagame. And yeah, this deck performed pretty well. I took this to a 7-2 at a Showcase Challenge a number of months back, and it was pretty solid. I wasn't sold on the flow states in blue black control, but they perform pretty well in this deck. And as you see throughout this league, they do have a tendency to outvalue your opponent when you're in an attrition battle, and they're reasonably easy to turn on in this deck. We've got a number of different sorceries between Maureen and Thoughtseize and excuse me, Time Walk Probe. So yeah, and the Thoughtseize were very good. I did like the Thoughtseizes in this list. They were always quality. We hit something solid. But yeah, guys, appreciate you hanging around. Please do like, comment, subscribe. We're going to see you next time.